It is 5 o'clock on this Saturday evening, May 9th, 2020. It is time now for your channel 5 o'clock news on this Saturday evening, May 9th, 2020. It's 5 o'clock and the Dalton temperature is 45 degrees. Top stories on the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news on this Saturday evening is Trump fumes as White House staffers test positive and death toll nears 80,000 in U.S. Obama calls Trump coronavirus response an absolute chaotic disaster. Ohio hopes to begin coronavirus antibody testing next week. Court in front of the White Jobs report. White House and Congress Democrats are even talking. 1/3 of all U.S. coronavirus deaths are nursing home residents or workers. 70% of inmates at California prison found to have coronavirus. Trump plays done coronavirus testing as U.S. falls short of levels scientists say is needed. Pennsylvania Governor signs bail ban in child marriage. Similar legislation passes in Minnesota Senate. New York's daily coronavirus death toll not welcome news, Governor Cuomo said. Georgia Attorney General doing investigate local officials handling the Valmont Arbery's murderer. Polar vortex whips millions of Americans with strong winds, record lows, and even snow. UK airlines airports spare devastating impact of possible quarantine rules. Trump's incoming response to the U.S. coronavirus outbreak is helping China look good. Dennis Rodman thinks Kim Jong-un is alive and watching a last dance. The British Airlines said churches plan driver service Sunday in Plainville and Attleboro. Internal Revenue Service said Wednesday the last day for Americans to provide their direct deposit information to receive the stimulus checks direct to their bank account. New York to expand COVID-19 testing in low-income minority communities. New Jersey nursing home with overwhelmed work fined for violations. Record cold snow overtakes northeastern United States. Washington State University will pay more than $40 million. The 162 former students who said the team took to breeze them over 2 decades at school announced. Michelle Sims is facing a Mother's Day. She will never forget she helped her daughter, 17-year-old Kaylee, unexpectedly deliver a healthy baby girl at their Eastern home on Sunday, May 3rd. Landfill closure would cost Taunton a pretty penny. Mary Pat Quincy, who played in the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League, has died of 101. Pratt then taught physical education was pioneering in front of equal opportunities for girls and women. Elon Musk threatens to move Tesla out of California. U.S. logs record high unemployment numbers. New York's government says 3 children have died from coronavirus-related ministry ailment. FDA approves new coronavirus antigen test with fast results. I say to older people, the pandemic is a cruel event at a time of our lives. Master Moon 2020 rises onto a world grappling to overcome pandemic. New image of the Jupiter reveal holes in a great red spot, and so far heat was predicted to blast Earth in the near future instead it's happening now. Marshall Brock symbols might bring Yale and West to the Earth expert form. Now, looking at the sports. Ryan Hall breaks down Mike Jeffrey Land fight between Tony Ferguson and Justin Gaethje at UFC 249. NCAA President Mark Emmert doesn't think sports can begin until all students are on campus. And Cowboys brush off extreme Dak Prescott contract option. Peter Channel News Time, 5:03. Time enough for Peter Channel traffic and transit check. Baby! On the MBTA. 24 southbound out a little bit slow up to 128 in Canton, but it's looking good in New England and Maine back a little bit slow on 202 up in Lewiston, Maine. And now, looking at the weather, it does not look like May to me as it looks like a day in March. As the freeze warning, sub-freezing temperature low 30. Expected for winter by winds with 15-20 miles an hour, gust highs 45 miles an hour, pushes up central and eastern and northeastern Massachusetts and southeastern and western Mass. And by the freeze warning from midnight at 8 a.m. through daylight time Sunday for winter varsity until 7 p.m. this evening. And casting winds could blow on run unsecured objects, tree limbs could be blown down, and a few power outages may result. Frost and freeze conditions will kill crops, however, sensitive vegetation and possibly damage and protected off-store province. Use extra caution when driving, especially if operating a high-profile vehicle. Secure outdoor objects and take steps now to protect tender plants from the cold to prevent freezing and possibly bursting out outdoor water pipes. They should have be wrapped to drain all out to drip soil. Those that have in-ground sprinkler systems should drain them to cover above ground pipes to protect them freezing. Okay, looking at the forecast, it'll be partly clouds because tonight will be cold. How about it? Low about 32 degrees, west about 9 to 40 miles an hour, because 36 miles an hour for Sunday. South clouds about 50 degrees, west about 10 to 30 miles an hour, because 29 miles an hour for Sunday night. Partly clouds about 44 degrees, and southwest about 5 to 8 miles an hour, because 22 miles an hour for Monday. Check the showers before 11 a.m., then check the showers and thunderstorms between 11 a.m. and noon, then showers and likely possibly a thunderstorm afternoon. Mostly clouds about 63 degrees, south about 68 miles an hour, just to the 6th Monday night. Check the showers and thunderstorms before 11 p.m. Then at slight chance of showers between 11 p.m. and midnight. Mostly clouds for 40 degrees, southwest about 5 to 8 miles an hour, coming to northwest at midnight. Chance pitch 40%, but Tuesday, sun cloud at 37 low, 36 degrees, and northwest about 9 miles an hour for Wednesday, sun cloud at 60 low, 39 degrees, west about 5 to 9 miles an hour for Thursday, sun cloud at 66 low, 49 degrees, west about 5 to 7 miles an hour, southwest about 6 miles an hour, chance of 6% for Friday, chance of showers, mostly clouds for 70 low, 53 degrees, and southwest about 5 to 7 miles an hour, and for Saturday, chance of showers, partly south about 67 degrees. Right now, northern it's mostly guys 44 degrees. That's giving for the Peter Channel. 5 o'clock business, May 9th, 2020, on a Saturday, 9 p.m. Good evening, everybody. Stay safe, be positive, be healthy, be well. We'll see you at 10 o'clock for a 10 o'clock report. We have a good evening.